Aries, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-September 2025. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Aries collective. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guide, spirit team, talk to me. What do you got for us, Rams, in mid-September? Still Virgo season. Beautiful time of year. What energies, messages, insights can we take a little peek at? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot. Just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Aries gang in mid-September. What's the vibe? Let's get this card out nice and quick, my good friends. What is happening? And the energy has been quite intense for the past few weeks for a lot of the zodiac, especially Aries. Okay, what do we got? Okay, use your time well. This is very reminiscent of the King of Wands to me, which is one of the Aries power cards. It's all about where you put your energy. That's a huge thing when I see this card. Now, there can also be aspects of time affecting certain situations. This card is somewhat layered. It's not a bad way to start. It's just like, all right, there might be certain things you need to reassess. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the September subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, back into the reading. Let's talk about this card a little more in depth. So a lot of you know I always like to start with the oracles a little more intuitive. And we see that nice orange kitty cat. He looks a little mean, but he's sitting in front of that clock. And the word on the bottom is, yeah, use your time well. So just the orange, like it feels fiery King of Wands to me. Now that card, very important because he's the controller of the wand suit. So he keeps that fiery energy under control. It's a card of action, directed energy. So in this time, it's very important that you're not wasting your energy on frivolous things, that you're not putting your energy into things that don't really deserve it when I see this type of card. For some of you, this could be a green light from Spirit as well, saying like, all right, Aries, this is worth your time. This is worth your effort. Make it happen. And everyone knows, especially us with Aries placements, that you don't have to tell us twice. If we think something's worth it, we're going to make it happen. We're going to push for it. Now, the fact that there is a clock here, some of you or someone you might be connected to could be in a waiting pattern, right? Like biding their time. That's kind of what this feels like to me as well. So I'm not sure if there's something you're waiting on or if somebody else is waiting on something. We'll just have to see what's up with that. But the main thing I feel with this is it's about like not wasting your energy, not wasting your focus on things that don't deserve it. So we're just going to put it down right there. Let's get into tarot. And yeah, I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Let's shuffle it up one time here for Aries gang. What do we got in mid-September? And yeah, while we get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. So it was keeping the theme of like this towery, fiery type of energy that we've been seeing for a few weeks. The reading was titled An Explosive Breakthrough. So again, about directed energy. Should I put energy into something? Should I not? So for a lot of areas, there could be various areas of life where you're seeing an uptick or a breakthrough, especially if you've been held back or you're feeling a little stuck in a rut. I really like that energy, and it could bleed over for a couple of weeks. It didn't concern me because for an Aries, like breakthrough energy, we could work with it, right? But we're going to see what shows up this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone, so only take this how it hits for you because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else's, right? Let's get it going. 3 cards for Aries. What do we got? Is the energy going to calm down or is it going to keep ramping up? What do we got? So it might keep ramping up, my friends. We're starting with the Chariot, one of the fastest cards in the deck. I like the Chariot. Again, you know me, I like an action card in the first spot, and you can't ask for a much quicker action card. We'll see how the rest of the energy plays out, though. We're not going to put all of our stock into that, right? Okay. All right. I mean, slower, but I like it. The Ace of Pentacles is a really great center card. Let's get one more. Let's see what we got here, Aries. Nice little mixture of elements going on so far as well. Like I'm cautiously optimistic about what I'm seeing. Okay, you are going to have a bonus this week as well, but on the back end, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So the energy does seem to calm, which is nice. There's a better pace to what I'm seeing with the energy this week, at least thus far. And then the back end here, we got the Seven of Cups, options, paths. Really, really nice. So let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. But at first glance, as mentioned before, I always look at the elements first. We have a mixture here. So we have water, which is the realm of emotions and feelings, your internal world. And then we have that earthy vibe here. Now, usually Aries energy and earth energy can sometimes clash depending on the speed it's moving. But I like a water earth combination because to me it represents potential. So when we have earth and water, we have an ace, we have the Seven of Cups, many paths. There's a lot of energy around communication as well here. But it's interesting how we're starting real strong in the energy and then it like tapers off. But I think it's a good thing. There could be something that calms down in a positive way. Let's go through it piece by piece and really start to build it out, though. Position number one, we start with the Chariot. So big Cancerian energy, so you might be connected to Cancer. This card is on the move. It's on the go. So again, if you don't have Cancer placements, the Chariot is like either going towards or moving away from something. It's a huge card for distance, travel, making moves. It can also represent your mode of transportation, how you get around. And it's an energy that's always on the go. It's very forceful. It can be aggressive sometimes as well. I generally see it as good, though. I don't always say, oh, you got the Chariot, something's running away from you. I mean, this could be something you're going headlong to. And again, it's fast, it's powerful, it's explosive, similar to the Tower in the speed at which it moves. A lot of people think that the Chariot is the fastest moving card in the whole entire deck, and I would tend to agree. Now, aside from that, there are some downsides to this card because I always tell people, remember, chariots were made as instruments of war. They can be very aggressive. They can be very confrontational. Determined, yes, which is a good thing. So for some areas, there might be a result or something where it's like, I will have this. I will not give up. That's a good thing. But this energy can also be very upset. This energy can also be very confrontational. So we do want to look at it further, especially when we have a lot of communication cards coming up as well. So I think this chariot is going to be very intriguing for us to break down. Now, as we get this chariot tucked back in by the amethyst, let's talk about our next card. In the center, we have the beautiful Ace of Pentacles. Now, I always say all aces that represent opportunities and offers, especially the Ace of Pentacles. This is like a golden opportunity from the universe where something just plops into your lap. So when I see the chariot with the Ace of Pentacles, it's like, oh, you got something big coming in. Someone or something, it's coming your way. So again, we have the big focus direction of energy since the beginning, and I think this could be really good. Another thing with this, it is a huge card of communication. So messages, talks. We'll see what type might show up here because that could be very important, but we'll just have to see. Now, what's the downside to the Ace of Pentacles? So, sure, there's tons of potential with it, but it's not guaranteed. So when I see the chariot with this, it's like, all right, there might be something that's limited time where it's like, if you don't take it, if you don't jump on it, it could go away. So we do want to look at it. And sometimes aces could be a little bit flaky. That's something to really think about. It's something that can dissipate. Now, moving to the back end, we have a much sturdier type of energy that does have some similar themes. We have the Knight of Pentacles. So again, we go from the super fast, aggressive chariot all the way down to this Knight of Pentacles, the complete inverse. Now, for some of you, this could be earth placements, whether it's you or somebody else, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. I like the Knight of Pentacles because he moves at that slow and steady pace, especially from the energy we've been seeing last week. This could be something slowing down. This could also be something that's very dependable. Remember, Knights are about action and communication. So you see that big theme we have here on the back end where there's communication going back and forth. It doesn't feel the fastest yet. It doesn't feel super wild yet. We do have to see what's up. Now, what might be the challenge with this Knight of Pentacles? It could be a little too slow. It could be something that feels stuck. It could be an energy where it's like, all right, am I waiting for nothing? Am I wasting my time? So it's something we do want to look at. And yes, it can be a situation or problem where something seems to stall out. So that's something we need to keep a watch on as we move through. I'm not necessarily feeling that the Knight of Pentacles is bad here. We just need to see what the details are. Now, moving to the back end, we do have the Seven of Cups. Love it. It's, again, a card of options, paths, choices. So when we have this ace and now this, that's a really, really good sign. You might have more options or choices coming your way than you even think. This is a card I like to call the menu board of life, huge for manifesting. So whether this is a manifestation that's coming in or a spirit telling you like, hey, Aries, put your focused intention into something, that could really be it. The downside to the Seven of Cups, sometimes it could be a little too daydreamy. So your mind might be going a little more so than normal. It's like someone that's in la la land fantasizing. So I want to dive deeper on all this, Aries. Let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here. What do we got for Aries, gang? What is happening? Please. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on the Chariot. Oh, and yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Aries, you can drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, let's see what's up with the Chariot. What's the action? What's the movement? Why is the Chariot here? Please. Thank you. Yeah, this is something coming your way, whether you like it or not. And I don't like saying it like that because it seems like a little aggressive. The the magician in reverse, to me, it's either something you've manifested and it's coming your way, and it's like, all right, well, it's already done, Aries, like it's already set into motion. You've got someone or something that's like boom, popping in like a magnet. That's initially how this feels to me. But it does also go another way for some of you. When I see the Chariot with the magician in reverse, it feels a little bit uncontrollable. So again, whether it's a feeling, whether it's an urge, whether it's something you're dealing with, it's like, I can't quite get control of this. Why am I doing this? Why am I feeling this? Or at least somebody could be feeling that way, where it's like, all right, things feel a little bit wild right now. So watch out for those uncontrollable urges, those uncontrollable feelings, because we need to see how the rest of it plays out. Now, the magician, very spiritual, universal, karmic, and it is one of the biggest cards of manifesting in the whole entire deck. But yeah, his cover or the downside could be control, wanting to control your destiny, control your path. So those are the main two messages I'm feeling initially. With him in reverse in the Chariot, it's like, yeah, someone or something, here it comes. Here they come, Aries. Like the energy's moving your way, whether you like it or not. So some of you might like that, some of you might not. But then I also have this very uncontrollable energy here. So watch the urges, watch the actions, because the energy does feel pretty wild up in the front. Let's keep moving. Let's see what else shows up, because we do have a lot of communication and other things. And as I mentioned, things do seem to calm throughout the reading. So let's go in on the Ace of Pentacles. Why is that here? Why is the Ace of Pentacles here? Please, thank you. Wow, this is like beautiful type of energy. So we have the Ten of Pentacles in the upright under the Ace of Pentacles. Massive offer opportunity, or this is just some really good, exciting news coming in. Now, a lot of you, if you watch tarot, you know the Ten of Pentacles is an extremely positive card. It's one of the best. It's a card of level ups, taking a step up. So it kind of feels similar to what I saw last week, where there's an energy that seems to break through or reach the next level. If this is a conversation, it's one that you're going to be quite happy about. That's how it feels to me, whether you're initiating it or someone else, because the Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles combination, it's just beautiful. It's everything, right? We go from the Ace, the first card, to the 10, the last numbered card. So for some of you, we still need to see what this Knight of Pentacles has to have. But yeah, either this is a massive offer or opportunity, or some kind of conversation that is going to leave you very, very happy. So I like it. So I'm not sure if it's tied with this energy I feel coming towards you. It could be something totally different. For a lot of you, it could be something you've manifested, whether you realize it or whether you don't. And it's like the wheels are in motion already. It's something big for a lot of you. So let's keep moving over to the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, there's something big here. And obviously, it could be a win, victory, all that stuff. But let's see what the Knight of Pentacles has. I'm liking the energy for the most part so far. But let's see what the Knight's got for us before we do the recap. Why is the Knight of Pentacles here? Thank you. Okay. Multiple things. It's multiple things. So we do have the Seven of Swords. There's a phrase that's coming through in my mind: look before you leap. And again, I know people like us with Aries placements, we do get that reputation of being live wires, right? Being a little spontaneous, being a little reactive. And when I see the Knight of Pentacles with the Seven of Swords, it could be Spirit saying, like, just look at the details, look at the fine details. Don't jump right into something, or just like take your time. So I'm not going to say this is a warning, Could be. I mean, dependent. I mean, if you're connected to an earth sign, you might have some questions about them, especially with the Seven of Swords. But let's talk about the card a little more. Seven of Swords is one of the more challenging cards. Now, in its positive sense, it could just represent something that's hidden, something you don't quite see. So, with the Knight of Pentacles and this, sure, this could be an unexpected talk, surprising talk. Absolutely. Especially following up on this one. I feel multiple things quickly. However, this card can also be something that's not very trustworthy. So when I see the Knight of Pentacles, that's a very cautious card, and the Seven of Swords. So again, there's great energy coming in. There's a lot of real good energy coming in for most Aries, but Spirit is asking you to take your time with it, or just like be cautious about it. Don't jump right at it, or just don't overdo it. That's the big vibe I'm picking up here, which I think is a prudent way of looking at things. I don't feel like this is terrible. You know, some readers might disagree. Knight of Pentacles, Seven of Swords could be pretty rough, but I don't think it is in this case. Let's go through and do a quick recap. Then we'll get into the shadow. I, for the most part, love the energy this week. There is a lot of earth, which can be good, and it could be the advice from Spirit, like slow and steady, Aries. So it's not a race. But if you look here in the box, position number one, we have the Magician, in reverse, clarifying this Chariot. So again, if you're not connected to Cancer, this energy to me, it's like coming at you. Here it comes, here they come. Something you've manifested, whether you realize it or not, it's an energy that's coming your way magnetically, which feels really good to me. But there's also this vibe here of like urges and uncontrollable energy where it's like, oh, I can't help but feel this. I can't help but think this. It's an energy that a little bit of a live wire, like we already watched out for. So just keep that in mind as you move through the week, especially those spontaneous urges. Moving to the middle, we have a beautiful, beautiful centerpiece here. We have the Ace of Pentacles with the Ten of Pentacles in the upright. Yes, big win, victory energy, massive offers or opportunities are very possible for a lot of you. This feels like a level up. And if it is a talk or a conversation, it's one that you will most likely be very, very happy about. So we do see a lot of the communication coming in. Then there's another. We have the Knight of Pentacles with the Seven of Swords. So it's like a follow-up. It could be one that you're not expecting. So a surprising or unexpected talk is very possible in this time as well. But another thing here is Spirit urging a bit of caution with whatever situations you're dealing with. So whether it's work, whether it's relationships, look before you leap and take your time with something. Don't go full bore for whatever reason. So please take a screenshot if you want to look into it further. Let's see what's in the shadows. All right, let's get a good shuffle here for you, my friends. And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They can be a good thing too. So let's get you one. Oh, and yes, if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. Okay, let's get this going here. What do we got? For Aries, please. Oh, okay, I'll take it. Queen of Swords. So we got a little bit of air showing up in the shadows. The Queen of Swords, whether it's a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius that you have a connection with, doesn't always have to be feminine. It's not any gender specifically. It's just the energy. When I see the Queen of Swords, the good thing about her, she's intelligent, smart, straightforward, and honest. So regardless of what you got going on, regardless of what you got coming in, honesty is the best policy. I know I don't have to tell Aries that, right? Usually Aries is a little too honest. And that is one of the downsides of this Queen of Swords. She could be a little blunt. She could be a little harsh. She could be a little hurtful. So in this time, watch your sharp tongue, because that could be a big thing. Now, for a small portion of, yeah, maybe there's someone that's acting very Queen of Swords like to you, being a little bit cold, a little bit detached. But to me, I feel like this is more of a warning for the Aries collective. Like, look at something pragmatically and just be honest, but don't be hurtful. I don't know why that's coming through. So Aries, that's what I have for you this week, my beautiful friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the September subscriber surprise. If you would like further insight on your situation, you could book a personal reading with me at my website, mastermetaphysics.com. The September calendar is already live, so we could have ourselves a little chat. But for the September subscriber surprise, giving away 3 copies of one of my favorite decks ever, the Everyday Witches Tarot. It's great for beginners and experienced readers. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the zodiac signs, which ones do you get along best with? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As usual, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.